Hello students, in today's lecture we will learn gravitation theory part 2. In today's lecture we will cover first is Kepler's law of planetary motion, second is gravitational potential energy, third escape velocity, fourth satellites, and last summary. So these are the topics of the today's lecture. We will learn each one by one. Disclaimer: the images used in our slide deck are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So, chapter is gravitation. Concept: Kepler's law of planetary motion. So, Kepler's discovered three empirical laws, or we can say three laws of Kepler's, which accurately describe the motion of planets. These laws are: first law, law of orbits. In this law, all the planets move around the sun in an elliptical orbit with the sun at one of the focus of ellipse. In this diagram, here, this is sun and all planets move around the sun such an elliptical orbit. So this orbit is the elliptical orbit. Clear? And these are the major points. Minor axis, this is major axis, and this is area swept. Clear? This is perihelion or perihelion, and this is second law is law of areas. The line joining the sun to the planet sweeps out equal areas in equal interval of time. That is, aerial velocity of the planet with respect to sun is constant. This is called the law of area, which indicates that a planet moves faster near the sun and slowly when away from the sun. So this is the law of area. So suppose this is sun and this is elliptical path, and this elliptical path follow the orbits. Next is third law, law of periods. Law of periods states that the square of the planet's time period of revolution is directly proportional to the cube of semi-major axis of its orbit. So t square is directly proportional to a cube, where a is the semi-major axis. Clear? A is the semi-major axis and t is the period. Clear? So these are the, this is the first law, law of orbits. This is second law, law of areas, and this is third law, this is law of periods. Clear? Next is gravitational potential energy. Gravitational potential energy of a body of system is negative of work done by the conservative gravitational forces F in bringing it from infinity to the present position. Mathematically, gravitational potential energy U is the gravitational potential energy which is equal to minus W, which is equal to minus infinity integration infinity to R F dot dr. So this is the formula to calculate the gravitational potential energy. This one. Clear? U equal to minus W, or we can say minus integration infinity to R F dot dr. The gravitational potential energy of two particles of masses m1 and m2 separated by a distance r given by this. So U equal to minus g m1 m2 divided by r. So this is the gravitational potential energy. U equal to minus g m1 m2 divided by r. The gravitational potential energy of mass m at the surface of the earth is this. It's the gravitational potential energy. Clear? So this is the formula to calculate the gravitational potential energy of mass m. Next is gravitational potential energy. Difference in potential energy of mass m at a height h from the earth's surface and at the earth's surface. So ur plus h, this one, this is the gravitational potential energy have some height h, and this is the gravitational potential energy at the earth's surface. So this is equal to minus gmm divided by r plus h plus gmm divided by r, this one. Gmm divided by r, 1 minus 1 divided by 1 plus h by r, which is approximately equal to mgh if h is less than r. Clear? So for three particle system, there is a three particles m1, m2 and m3, and the distance between 2 3 r23 r13 and r12. So this 1 2, the distance between 1 and 2 particles, 2 3, distance between 2 and 3 particles, similarly distance 1 and 3 particles. Clear? So in this case, the gravitational potential energy u equal to minus g m1 m2 divided by r12. The distance r12 is this gravitational potential energy, this one, for between these two masses m1 and m2, and gm1 m3 divided by r13, and this gravitational potential energy, this one, is for these two particles m1 and m3. Similarly, gm2 m3 divided by r23, this for this gravitational potential energy for these two particles. So here, adding all gravitational potential energy of the particles m1 m2 and 3, you will be get u equal to minus gm1 m2 divided by r12 plus gm1 m3 divided by r13 plus gm2 m3 divided by r23. So this is the gravitational potential energy of three particle system. Clear? Gravitational potential energy, three particle system. For n particle system, n minus 1 divided by 2 pairs form, and total potential energy of the system is sum of the potential energies of all such pairs. Clear? Next is escape velocity. It is the minimum velocity with which a body must be projected from the surface of the earth so that it escapes the gravitational field of the earth. We can also say that a body projected with escape velocity will be able to go to a point which is at infinite distance from the earth. The value of escape velocity from the surface of a planet of mass m and radius r and acceleration due to gravity g is this: v escape is equal to under root 2g m divided by r. So this is the formula of escape velocity. Escape velocity is the minimum velocity with which body must be projected from the surface of the earth. Clear? So this is the escape velocity. Clear? Which is equal to under root 2gr. So this under root 2gr is the escape velocity, where g is the acceleration due to gravity. And escape velocity does not depend upon the mass or shape or size of the bodies, as well as the direction of projection of the body. Clear? Means escape velocity is independent of mass and shape and size of the body. Clear? And the direction of projection of the body. For Earth, value of escape velocity is 11.2 km per second. Clear? For the Earth, the escape velocity is 11.2 km per second. Next is satellites. Any body that revolves around Earth or any planet is called satellite. This can be natural like moon or artificial. The artificial satellites are man-made satellites launched from the Earth. Means artificial satellites launched from the Earth or it is man-made. The path of these satellites are elliptical. This is the elliptical path. Clear? This is elliptical path. This is elliptical part. Clear? So artificial satellite is man-made satellite where elliptical with the center or Earth at a foci of the ellipse. However, a first approximation we may consider the orbit of satellite as circular. Orbital velocity of satellite. Orbital velocity of satellite. Orbital velocity of satellite is the velocity required to put the satellite into its orbit around the Earth. The orbital velocity of satellite is given by this. V O is the orbital velocity of the satellite, which is equal to under root gm divided by r. Clear? So this is the orbital velocity of the satellite. And for in simple terms, V naught is equal to VO is equal to under root g r square divided by r, where g is the acceleration due to gravity, and which is equal to under root g r square r plus h. And if r h is less than r, in that case v naught is equal to under root gm divided by r, which is equal to under root gr, which is equal to 7.9 kilometer per second. Clear? So this is the satellite orbital velocity. Clear? This is for orbital velocity. V escape is equal to under root 2 times v orbital. Clear? So it is the relation between the escape velocity and orbital velocity. V escape is equal to root 2 times of orbital velocity. This one. Next is period of revolution. So it is the time taken by a satellite to complete one revolution around the Earth. And revolution period T is equal to 2 pi r divided by v naught. So this is the revolution period. Revolution period, which is equal to 2 pi under root r cube divided by gm, which is equal to 2 pi under root r cube divided by gr square. So if r is approximately equal to r, then t equal to 2 pi under root r divided by g, where this is the radius and this g is the acceleration due to gravity, which is equal to 84.6 minutes. Clear? So this is the period of revolution. Next is height of satellite in the terms of period. This one. So the height of satellite from the Earth planet can be determined by its time period and vice versa. As the height of satellite in terms of time period, h is equal to r minus r is equal to g r square t square divided by 4 pi square whole power 1 by 3 minus r. So this is the height of satellite in terms of period. Clear? So here two things are important. First is rate of revolution and height of a satellite in the terms of period. Clear? Next is satellites. So energy of satellites. First is kinetic energy of satellite. K equal to half mv square or mv naught square. This one. This is the kinetic energy of satellite, which is equal to gmm divided by 2r. And potential energy of satellite. This one u equal to minus gmm divided by r. So this is the potential energy of satellite. This one. And total energy of satellite, which is equal to sum of kinetic energy plus potential energy. So adding this kinetic energy and potential energy, you will be get the total energy of satellite. So after adding the kinetic energy and potential energy, you will be get minus gm m divided by 2r, which is equal to minus k. Clear? Next is winding energy of satellite. Winding energy of satellite is the energy required to remove the satellite from its orbit and take it to infinity. Clear? So it's called winding energy of satellite. And the formula of winding energy of satellite is equal to minus E, which is equal to plus GMM divided by 2R. So this is the binding energy of satellites. Clear? This one. This is the binding energy of satellites. Clear? Energy of satellite, and this is the binding energy of satellite. Next is angular momentum of satellite. Angular momentum of satellite. Angular momentum of satellite L is equal to mv naught r, which is equal to under root m square gm r. This is the angular momentum of satellite. Next is geostationary of satellite. If an artificial satellite revolves around the Earth in an equatorial plane with a time period of 24 hours in the same sense as that of the Earth, then it will appear stationary to the observer on the Earth. Such a satellite is known as geostationary satellite or parking satellite. Clear? So there is a two angular momentum of satellite and geostationary of satellite. Clear? And these are the energies of satellite: kinetic and potential and total energy of satellite. Next is summary. So in today's lecture we learn first is Kepler's law of planetary motion. Three laws describing the motion of planets: law of orbits, law of areas, and law of periods. Second, gravitational potential energy, the energy stored in an object due to its position in a gravitational field, calculated as this: U equal to minus gmm divided by r. This one. Next is escape velocity, the minimum velocity needed for an object to break free from a planet's gravitational pull without further propulsion, calculated as V equal to under root 2 gmm divided by E. So this is the escape velocity formula. Clear? Escape velocity formula, this one. Satellites, object placed in an orbit around a planet. They can be natural like moons or artificial like communication satellites. Next is orbital velocity of satellite, the speed required to maintain a stable orbit dependent on the mass of the planet and the radius of the orbit, given by V equal to under root gm divided by r. This one. Period of revolution, the time taken for a satellite to complete one full orbit related to the radius of mass and the central body. Next, height of satellite in the terms of period. Derived from Kepler's law, the height can be expressed in the terms of orbital period using gravitational constants. Clear? Next is energy of satellites. The total mechanical energy of satellite in orbit, which is negative and consists of kinetic energy and potential energy. Clear? Next is winding energy of satellite, the energy required to remove satellite from its orbit, equal to total mechanical energy or absolute value. Clear? Next is angular momentum of satellite, the rotational momentum of a satellite around a central body conserved in an orbital motion, known as angular momentum satellite. Next, geostationary satellite, a satellite in orbit above the equator with a period equal to Earth's rotation, appearing stationary relative to Earth's. So these topics are learned in the today's lecture. We learned these topics: Kepler's law of planetary motion to last geostationary satellite. Clear? And about the energy of the satellite, we talk in this slide. This one, the total energy of satellite is negative, which is equal to minus Ke. Clear? This is the energy of satellite. Thank you.